Welcome back to the Allgoods, Vietnam through the eyes of love. I'm Elisa Cecilia Allgood, and today is December 29th, 1971. My dad has just been moved from Bien Hoa to Saigon to Ton Son Air Base in the middle of a major bombing escalation that's now underway through the 7th Air Force Command. That's the command he works under. And my mom knows this. And you can hear it in her letter. She's at the very end of her pregnancy, swollen, exhausted, deeply depressed, and afraid. Afraid of labor, afraid of waiting, and afraid of what's happening where he is. One thing that stands out to me in these letters is how they're counting the time, and how those numbers don't match up. My dad is writing from the official timeline. He knows exactly how many days he has left. And my mom sounds like she believes he may be coming home sooner. At first I wondered if she was joking, but in this letter, she isn't. She's holding on to hope the same way she's holding on to the idea of early delivery. Because the waiting, it feels unbearable. It's been a long time. And these letters aren't polished. They're just honest. And here they are. Exactly the way they wrote them. December 29th, 1971. Here's my mom writing from San Antonio, Texas. My darling, this Wednesday, I love you so much. I got 2 sweet, precious letters today. One of them was 5 pages. Boy, that's about the longest love letter I've ever received. You answered some of the questions I've written, so ignore anything you've told me already. For example, about the book from Bill. Okay, lover? Well, your wife had an all-time low for depression today. Yes, Dr. Brecken wasn't very optimistic anymore about an early delivery. I wish he hadn't told me I'd probably deliver early. I had my hopes up so high. I've progressed about 0.5 centimeter since last week. He was as surprised as I. He told me 3 weeks ago he didn't see how my cervix could hold out more than 3 weeks. So that's what I built my hopes on. Now he thinks I could go anywhere from 1 to 3 more weeks. I think not knowing and being so very anxious, plus the discomfort, has gotten to me. I'm so swollen from excess fluid, I can't even wear my wedding band. I've gained 2¼ more pounds. But he wasn't upset because he knows it's fluid. It isn't unusual to gain 10 pounds in a week just with fluid before delivery. He gave me some Valium and made me promise to take one every night. He thinks I'm not getting enough rest, which I probably don't. I can't really sleep. I'm awake most of the night. I'm afraid I'll go into labor and that I'll miss something. Plus, there isn't one position I can really get comfortable in. He said Valium was good and wasn't going to do the baby any harm during pregnancy. I know you're as anxious as I am, but just relax. It may be soon. One thing for certain, this can't go on forever. Boy, I feel better just being able to talk to you about it. I'm trying so hard to keep my depression from everyone. I just need to use my hobbies. I guess, so don't worry. I'll be fine. I'm physically okay too. It's just a bad case of the blues. I can handle it. Just knowing you love me and our baby was conceived with so much love and in so much love between 2 people, that's enough. Darling, are you sure you're safe? This new bombing has only added to my worries. Please tell me the truth. If anything happened to my little chickie with only 83 days left, baby, I wouldn't want to live. I wouldn't want to live if anything happens to you. Even with our baby, I would feel nothing and have no life without my love. Always remember how I feel. I'm yours and only yours forever. I love you more than life itself. I've probably managed to depress you, and I'm sorry if I have. I'll cheer up. Okay, love? I promise. Well, after the doctor, I went to the commissary. I decided I hadn't really bought the major supplies, like sugar, etc. So not knowing what I'm going to present us with a little one, and knowing Mom would go absolutely crazy without dried peas, beans, grits, etc. After all, she's going to be cooking. I should have to buy only things like salad doings, eggs, bacon, bread, cokes, etc. for another month. The check at the commissary was $47.41. So I could send the rest of the checks in for the first of the month in case I deliver, and also you would have the list to start balancing the account. So I wrote them tonight, and they are as follows: $60 to the credit, and they're sending me the total payoff so I know the exact amount. Okay, sweetheart? Number 2, $14.97 to the television company. Can you believe that total? I almost fainted. Next month we will be zapped. And number 3, $150 for rent. And number 4, $16 also to the Westwood apartment complex for the maid. Now, I'm trying to be as conservative as possible. Oh, funny. I had to get stamps, so I went by the post office. The dumbass at the post office was unbelievable. I gave him $5 and told him I wanted a book of 8-cent stamps, and the rest airmail. First he tried to give me books which are useless. They have 2-cent stamps in them. So then he brought out the page of airmail. And he was so stupid he couldn't count arrows and down and multiply, and he had to count every single stamp. And then, one by one, multiply. And then he did 27. Even I could have done that. Even your dumbass wife could have figured that one out. Anyways, it was funny to me. It doesn't sound as cute on paper. I came home and put the groceries away. I was so tired, but I decided to keep busy, so maybe I'd feel better tonight. So I did the wash, and then straightened the apartment. I went down and shot the shit with Paul and Becca. Joy came up for our usual. We had soup and sandwich. I was starved. I didn't eat before seeing Dr. Brecken, and then I was just so down. I didn't think about it until Joy called and mentioned soup and sandwich. So we had dinner and watched television. I have all the makings for lasagna, so I told the group I'd feed tomorrow night. I feel like doing it. Maybe get my mind and spirits up. I haven't even been drinking since Christmas. I told Dr. Brecken that, and he laughed and said he prescribed at least 2 a day. It wouldn't hurt, and wouldn't make my spirits any better. He's sweet. You didn't get to know him like I wish you could. He's hard at first to talk to. Then afterwards, he's really great. Darling, I hope my letters mean as much to you as yours mean to me. I read and reread your letters so many times. I feel like I could recite them back. They're so sweet and loving. I'm going to babysit PJ in the morning while Becca goes to the commissary. I'm going to try and get a letter off to the folks. I guess I better tell them to hang loose. They're as nervous as we are. Baby, I'm going to try and go to CP now. Please take care and love me as I love you, with all of my heart, forever and always. Hugs and kisses. Sarah. Boy, while my mom is writing from fear, hope, and physical exhaustion, my dad is writing from the middle of a move, newly relocated. He's worn down, and he's trying to steady himself by counting the days. Here's the letter that my dad wrote to my mom from Saigon, Vietnam, on Wednesday, December 29th. My dearest lover, well, here I am at Tant Sanut. I love you so much. I sure wish I could have been moving home with my wife. You are my precious darling, and I love you so much. My day has been hectic. I had to fly from Bien Hoa to Saigon, then back to Bien Hoa, then back to Saigon. It took me 4 hours to move here. Then the housing office did not have a room for me. I raised a lot of hell, and they finally gave me a room. And I've finally gotten settled. Boy, the last 2 days have really been shitty. Maybe it will get better. Have you had our baby yet? I am so homesick. I wish I could be with you every minute. You are my precious darling. Little chickadee, too. I got your box of cookies. They are great, fresh and good. I love you, Sarah Jane. Here at Saigon will not be too bad. It is more secure than Benoit, and I also get to come home just a little sooner than if I was at Benoit. So that is good. Sarah, always remember that I love you with all of my heart. You are my precious wife and mother of our baby. I dream of you each day. Only 99 days to go. Sleep warm. I am going to CP. I am really tired tonight. I love you with all of my heart. Love, Dick. They're counting the same future, but from a different place. One is from fear and hope, one from exhaustion and certainty. They have different numbers, too. And in the middle of the war, in the middle of pregnancy, the distance, they just keep choosing each other. Through the fear, through all of it, they just keep leaning in. That's what it takes to make it work. Oh, thank you for listening to the Allgoods, Vietnam Through the Eyes of Love. If this story matters to you, please follow or subscribe wherever you listen. And if you'd like to support this project, you can find me at buymeacoffee.com/The Allgoods Love. Thank you again for walking this journey. Next letter is coming right up.